Finland don't officially lodge a claim or a case against the zoo called the Old Nigeria, Niger area, Niger area. You see, what the zoo country did, Nigeria, was they went through France to blame Finland for supporting Simon Ekpa for what Simon Ekpa is doing. That Finland, they are shielding Simon Ekpa. If you remember, that has been the talking point of the man they call General Musa. Every time he says Finland is allowing Simon Ekpa to have a field day. So they went to ICC and they laid a case against Finland and Simon Ekpa. So when ICC can strike at Finland, Finland now had to call in Simon Ekpa for questioning. And since then, they've held him. Simon Ekpa has been interviewed. They've asked him all the questions that they could. And so far, Simon has no case to answer. So Finland has now taken the case back to ICC. And they have charged Nigeria. They have petitioned Nigeria to come and answer their case. To come and lay the case and make claims of what they said about Simon Ekpa and Finland. So ICC is like the third party between Finland, Simon Ekpa, and that zoo called Nigeria. So that's why all this while I was saying that we have been waiting for the so-called presidential spokesman of Nigerian Zoo to speak about the case of Simon Ekpa, but they refused to do it. We're waiting for the presidency to speak about Simon Ekpa, they refused. We're waiting for the one they call Bayo Onanuga to speak about the case of Simon Ekpa, but they refused. Instead, they allowed the Zoo media and the rest of them to speak about Simon Ekpa. Instead, they allowed IPOB Nigeria Limited and the governors from the Biafra land to speak ill about their own brother, Simon Ekpa, Makobi Wanne. So at this point, according to what I'm hearing, on the 9th of this month, December, Finland has now placed their petition against Nigeria to ICC for the Nigerian government to come and discuss. Come and bring your proof. He that seeks equity must come with clean hands. The thing they call the writ of habeas corpus. Come with your proof. You said Simon Ekpa was doing all this thing and you put Finland on top, that Finland was protecting him. Now Finland has petitioned the zoo dirty country called Nigeria to come to ICC and bring the evidence. My people, the movie just starts. So if you are ready, make we hear our brother in this video speak over and over and over again about what Finland has done, and the next game, the onus is now on Nigeria to come out with the evidence. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
Hi guys, today's date is 9th of December,
okay,
2024. The long-awaiting day is here. Today, guess what? Finland dropped a heavy petition in ICC today against Nigeria. We all know that Simon Ekpa have been under Finnish authority. Nigeria think that Finland was included in their Operation Python and Shikolo dance, that they danced with Kenya against Nnamdi Kanu. But the worst mistake Nigeria did is to petition Finland, saying that Finland is giving Simon Ekpa a hiding space to be terrorizing Nigeria. Guess what? Since Simon Ekpa have been under authority here in Finland, Nigeria could not provide any evidence saying that Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Southeast or Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Nigeria.
Okay.
They couldn't come up with any evidence. Guess what? Finland came today, 9th of December, to drop a heavy petition on ICC against Nigeria. It have started. It have started. Nigeria, the match just begin. We will stick to an end and see how it goes. Don't learn.
Hold on there. For those that have ears, I want you to listen again one more time. You see, the game has changed. The game has changed. The music don't change from reggae to calypso. Because what Nigeria did was the 419 they are known for. The fraudulent way they are known for doing things. Their plan was to stop Simon Ekpa from being in that convention. They were hoping that Finland will somehow, because they have laid a case on ICC. French president was the one that helped them out to lay that case that said ICC must call on Finland and Simon Ekpa. So when ICC placed the petition against Finland, for the fact that Finland, they obeyed the rule of law, they had to do what they had to do. They invited Simon Ekpa for questioning. Because the thing is coming from ICC. So they invited Simon Ekpa for questioning. They followed the due process. But guess what? All this while, Simon Ekpa has been in their custody. They've asked him everything, and Simon Ekpa has defended himself. So now, Finland can say, okay, it is now their own turn to petition Nigeria to come and prove. Because the onus of proof to say Simon Ekpa is doing what he's doing, the onus fall upon that zoo called Nigeria. Because what they are doing now is they are interfering with the internal affairs of Finland. Something they have no right to do. But the zoo, they assume that with their 419 tactics, if they, petition Finland, Finland will now hold Simon Ekpa, and by proxy, we will not hold our conference in Finland. That was their plan. But Finland said, okay, they will invite Simon Ekpa, but the conference must still continue. The convention must continue. And that was why some of you don't understand why we declared Biafra on the 29th. Because we didn't understand the next game of that zoo called Nigeria. We had to declare on time, because if them go lie again and say, oh, there is a bomb in that hall, guess what? They will have to stop everybody from entering that hall. If we had waited till the 2nd of December to declare, the Nigerian zoo can do the unthinkable. They might plant somebody there. They might bribe somebody working in that place. Say, please, on the 2nd of December, as early as 2 a.m., go and put the fireworks inside that place. Somebody will now call a fake phone call, a prank call, say there is a bomb in that hall. It means nobody will use that hall on that day. Or they might come with a new prank. So in order to beat that zoo called Nigeria in their game, we had to do what we have to do, which was to declare on time. I love the psychology, I love the brain behind declaring on time, because we are not waiting for Nigeria. If they think they are smart, they play the first one in the 11th hour by going to ICC, which by proxy now means that Finland had to invite Simon Ekpa. If the zoo can play that, then we can play our own game by saying, okay, the whole world, they are waiting for 2nd of December, we shall do it on the 29th. That is somebody who gets sense. That shows that the Biafran cabinet, our chief of staff, who is now the acting prime minister, she is meticulous in her approach. She gets sense for doing that stuff. There was no need to wait till the 2nd of December, because the game has changed. Nigerian zoo, they changed the rule in the 11th hour. And today, you are hearing say Finland don't send their own petition to ICC against Nigeria. That you accuse Finland of conniving or colluding with Simon Ekpa to do what is happening or what they are doing for their independence. That the people of Biafra, they don't want no independence. Simon Ekpa is a troublesome person. He's a content creator based in Finland, but somehow Finland is shielding him. Blame it on Finland. Don't blame Simon Ekpa. Blame it on Finland. Finland is responsible. Finland, they have a hidden agenda. That was what the zoo government was telling ICC through the French president. But we thank God, say Finland, under the law, they have to follow due process. So they called Simon Ekpa for questioning. And they've been doing that ever since. You see, because if Simon Ekpa was guilty of anything, as the media were saying, the Nigerian media were just talking trash. If Simon Ekpa was guilty of the so-called terrorism, it means there is no way they will allow us to continue with that convention. It's like plotting down Osama bin Laden. You have been able to mark him down that he's a terrorist. Then the next thing, you are allowing some Islamists to go enter for USA to go fly plane. When you have already planned, say, bin Laden is responsible for the plane that wants to take place. Then they will stop those guys from using the plane. But in this case, Finland knows Nigeria very well now. Say, okay, Nigerians want to do it the hard way. The Nigerian government, the 419 country wants to do it the hard way by doing 419, by paying through the back door to stop Simon Ekpa from having that activity. They lied that Simon Ekpa was up to something else, that want to destroy that zoo called Nigeria, that we are killing our own people. That's why till this day, IPOB Nigeria Limited, all the governors, they say Simon Ekpa is killing his people, even those in the media. That's why I was angry with that fool they call Mayegu, that idiot, that bastard. A bastard that should mind his business. Mind your Yoruba, mind your Nigeria. Don't get involved in the Biafran business. Don't get involved in our affairs, because when two brothers they fight, a third party should not get involved. If you are a neighbor, you hear husband and wife, they argue, they fight. Don't come in and support one. Once you have done that, you have put more problem in that family. If you cannot come in and solve peace or ask for peace in the home, if you cannot do that, then keep your mouth shut and mind your business. Only observe from your door, observe from your window. But in the case of that fool called Mayego, some of you still listen to, he came and says Simon Ekpa was a killer of his people. But today we now know the truth. We now know that it was Nigeria that planned with ICC. They came up with a plan to say just a few days before our Biafran convention, let them go to ICC. Let the French president back them. Go to ICC, put a case against Simon Ekpa and Finland, being responsible for the mayhem in their so-called southeast. And sadly, somebody like Mayegu fell for that nonsense. Once again, make we hear what our brother said in this video. Listen attentively. The game don't change. The game has changed. The zoo must answer for the atrocities. Today, Finland don't put in a petition against Nigeria. I will allow this to play over and over and over again. Listen. Listen, listen, listen.
Hi guys, today's date is 9th of December 2024. The long-awaited day is here. Today, guess what? Finland dropped a heavy petition in ICC today against Nigeria. We all know that Simon Ekpa have been under Finnish authority. Nigeria think that Finland was included in their Operation Python and Shikolo dance, that they dance with Kenya against Nnamdi Kanu. But the worst mistake Nigeria did is to petition Finland, saying that Finland is giving Simon Ekpa a hiding space to be terrorizing Nigeria. Guess what? Since Simon Ekpa have been under authority here in Finland, Nigeria could not provide any evidence saying that Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Southeast or Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Nigeria. They couldn't come up with any evidence. Guess what? Finland came today, 9th of December, to drop a heavy petition on ICC against Nigeria. It have started. It have started. Nigeria, the match just begin.
It just begin. God bless you, my brother. The match just begin. For the naysayers who will say, so this guy who is speaking is a nobody. Look at his background. You will see snow there. There is snow falling now. We are now in winter technically. Even me now, the way I talk, the cold don't affect my voice and everything. We are now in winter. So the Zoom media, it is game on. The game is on. That was why everybody in the media, they were talking Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. Simon Ekpa said he's a content creator. What they wanted to do was what they call media trial, to tarnish the image of Simon Ekpa. But I was so glad when I saw the fist of Simon Ekpa showing us the sign of airborne air. When I saw that, I knew that the game has changed. from reggae to calypso. So for those in-house that is working with the Nigerian government, for those of you working in Nigerian government, for those of you who claim you were once in the cabinet, but you are working with the Nigerian government, for those of you that just because some few weeks, Simon Ekpa is not here with us, you are already creating commotion and confusion in the house. We are warning you guys to desist from your way. Change your ways. You still have time to make peace. Those of you out there who is working underground with the Nigerian government, we know the government of Nigeria, they have money. We know that. But you know yourselves. You know yourselves. You still have time to make amends. Change your ways. Change your ways. Change your ways. Change your ways. Because now we now have a nation. We are no longer doing struggle or awareness. We don't pass that stage now. We now have a nation called USB, United States of Biafra. We now have a government. We now have a new cabinet. And we also have a deputy prime minister. By proxy, when the chief of staff is there, if your prime minister is not around, you must have somebody to deputize. There will be no vacuum in power. So for the fact that the Zoo government did what they did to Simon Ekpa and Finland, we must have a deputy prime minister, with all due respect. That's how things work in the Western world. Most of us, we are living in the Western world. What we want to bring in Biafra is that standard that Simon Ekpa was talking about, the Western world standard. A case study of Finland, where rule of law is paramount in anything they do. If not, why the hell do we want our own country? If we want to keep on doing what we do in Nigeria, the cabal style, why the hell are we fighting for freedom? That some of you are out there doing the cabal. Some of you are out there doing the cabal. I will still bite my tongue for the next 3 weeks, like I said. Because what I saw from the 29th of November to the 3rd of December was beautiful. Because of that, I will still give you guys the grace to change your ways and come back to formation. Change your ways and come back to formation. Simon Ekpa will be back very, very soon. Simon Ekpa will be back very, very soon. So I'm speaking to those guys out there who think they can play a fast one with the government. Change your ways. Rethink and reconsider for all that is good. Rethink and reconsider for all that is good. I rest my case. Before I go, I want us to hear it one more time, because some people, they pretend they don't hear. Those stubborn ones, they deaf, dumb and blind. They pretend they cannot know or hear what is happening. Listen to it one more time, what our brother has to say. Listen. Please, lend me your ears. Listen.
Hi guys, today's date is 9th of December 2024.
Hold it down. Today's date is 9th of December 2024, which was yesterday, Monday. Monday was 9th of December. Let's continue.
Awaiting day is here. Today, guess what? Finland dropped a heavy petition in ICC today against Nigeria. We all know that Simon Ekpa have been under Finnish authority. Nigeria think that Finland was included in their Operation Python and Shikolo dance, that they danced with Kenya against Nnamdi Kanu. But the worst mistake Nigeria did is to petition Finland, saying that Finland is giving Simon Ekpa a hiding space to be terrorizing Nigeria. Guess what? Since Simon Ekpa have been under authority here in Finland, Nigeria could not provide any evidence saying that Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Southeast or Simon Ekpa is terrorizing Nigeria. They couldn't come up with any evidence. Guess what? Finland came today, 9th of December, to drop a heavy petition on ICC against Nigeria. It have started. Orejugokwa, it has started. Nigeria, the match just begin. We will stick to an end and see how it